guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over a pretty entertaining article titled, "This is the Summer I Only Date Nice Guys." And guys, obviously this article is written by a woman, and essentially she's going on this whole thing about how she's done with the bad boys, and now she's only going to date the nice guys. She's done with the bad boys, the jerks, the a-holes, the Chad and Tyrone types, whatever you want to call them, and now she's going to go for a nice guy. And we all know that usually doesn't work out very well, in particular for the nice guy that she temporarily goes for. And I'm doing this, guys, for multiple reasons. I'm doing this, one, of course, for the entertainment factor, but also for you guys that do dating relationships, and to make sure that you understand what's going on here behind the scenes. And I break this down so you yourself, if you are dating a gal and she admits that the type of guys she dated before you were always the jerks and the bad boys, be aware it may not work out very well for you. And I'm going to go more into this because these things usually run in cycles. The cycle usually begins that the girl, woman, whatever you want to call her, dates a bunch of guys that she calls the jerks. Typical bad boy types, and is being mistreated, whether it be taken advantage of, having her emotions toyed with, cheated on. Unfortunate behavior that nobody should have to go through, man or woman. Eventually, after dating enough guys like that, she says, "That's it, I'm going for the nice guy." Then she starts dating guys she normally wouldn't give the time of day to. And it's only a matter of time before those same nice guys that she wanted a guy to treat her better, she starts treating them in a way, the way the bad boys treated her. Because those nice guys think they got a prize because she's obviously better looking than them. They put her on a pedestal, start kissing her butt. They don't check her when she's being difficult or disrespectful, a number of things. And she starts to become resentful of them being too nice or weak. And she starts treating them badly. Maybe she even cheats on them, breaks up with them, and goes back to dating the same type of guys before that she complained to in the first place. And round you go. So, and while there can certainly be exceptions to this, this is a pattern I've noticed with a lot of gals throughout my life. Not ones I've been out with, but also ones that I've known people to go out with, girls I'm friends with, acquainted with, all that, and of course these stories. Now, here's the thing, and I got to get into this before I get into the article. Of course, no one should be toyed with, taken advantage of, hurt, and all that. But it's interesting how people have a habit of, they keep doing the same thing over and over again and think they're going to have, it's going to be different the next time, right? For instance, with the girls with the bad boys, they keep dating the same type of guy that have the same qualities, and all their friends and family say the guy's trouble, and guys with these qualities are trouble, but they keep going for that type of guy, and they wonder why they keep getting hurt, right? And of course, in the beginning, everybody can make mistakes. When you're young, you don't know any better. But when you keep doing the same thing over and over again, there's a point you got to have some accountability for your actions. Doesn't mean that you should be taken advantage of or treated badly or anything like that. Of course not. And the same thing goes for a guy. If a guy kept dating girls that were taking advantage of him, using him for his resources, in the beginning, you can feel bad for the guy and she's being the jerk. But if he keeps repeatedly dating the same girl over and over again and letting her take advantage of him, he has accountability. So I want to make that clear. 2, the fact that a lot of gals, when they eventually say, "That's it, I'm done with these bad boys," they start having like deal breakers. Like they're no longer going to tolerate this or this or this, right? And usually, as the saying goes, they break the rules for the alphas, and they make the rules for the betas. That thing happens all the time. And there's other things, and there's another thing there I was going to mention, but I can't think of it right now because I didn't write this down. But anyhow, guys, I'm going to go through this here, and you're going to see all these different things I talk about. And so again, it's entertaining, and will help you guys out. So it starts off, says here, "If there is one battle that has been fought in the dating arena for longer than is reasonable, it's the struggle women have with dating the nice guy. It's been dissected 9 ways to Sunday, and I think we can officially say we've overthought this. I'm included in this we. To be clear, I need to note that I fully understand that there are 2 types of nice guys. One is the self-proclaimed nice guy who isn't one. He just uses that persona because he thinks it will get him the girl. The minute he does, he will stop being nice. The second is the guy who is just genuinely nice. He comes by it honestly and is just who he is. I am talking about the latter. I do not hold space for the former." Yeah, there are fake nice guys that pretend they're nice, but they're really full of crap, or they turn into stalkers or lose their crap when things don't go their way. The fake nice guys. And there are types that are like that. But she's talking about generally good guys. Good guys, and unfortunately a lot of these good guys don't have a backbone. These are the guys in these stories I talk about. They get taken advantage of in varying degrees. They don't check the girl. They put her on the pedestal. They kiss her butt. Those type of guys. And they get taken advantage of and hurt by these same types of gals that used to date the bad boys. She says, I've been doing solid work on myself lately. We've heard that before. With the help of a trusty therapist or two. For the last 5 years, I found myself dating people who turn out to be self-centered, emotionally bankrupt men who hurt me. In a nutshell, they're not nice people. In a nutshell, they're the bad boys, the jerks, the a-holes. 5 years of dating those types. And by the way, guys, she's not young. She, I believe, is in her 40s. So she has a lot of life experience to teach you there are certain guys you don't date. And even if maybe she was off the market for a long time and had one screw up because it's been a while, when you keep dating the same type of guy, the same thing's going to keep happening. It's not rocket science. The problem is the bad boys possess qualities that draw them in. They don't want to be with that type of guy, but they're drawn to that. And the nice guys do not possess them. The mystery, the unpredictability. The bad boys will check them. The bad boys don't put them on a pedestal. They never know where they stand with the bad boy. But with the nice guy, it's the exact opposite, and they're bored. She says, I've gotten into a cycle with men who hold back, give very little, and take more than their share. And I've done all the emotional heavy lifting, and I'm pretty much over it. Well, hopefully maybe she is over it and learned her lesson. Or she's over it until she picks a nice guy, gets bored, and goes back to the bad boys. There's no reason for a woman to feel like she has to fight tooth and nail to get more than the bare damn minimum. I am done with the bare minimum. I want the good stuff. Really, I'm not overly hard to please. I've heard that song and dance before. There are certain things that I have not been given that I crave more than imaginable. It should not be this way. They're not overwhelming or complicated. They are everyday things that just naturally happen when you date someone who is good to you and cares about you. Bring me random and maybe kind of weird flowers from Trader Joe's. Connect with me on social media so I don't feel like a hidden secret in your life. Make me dinner. Remember the names of the people important to me. Do things that are nice. Okay, everybody should be treated well and all that. I don't know if I go with the whole flower thing, but, maybe a girl can only get flowers, in my opinion, if it's your girlfriend for a while, it's a rare special occasion, or maybe you're just surprising her, and she's earned it through her actions, being a cool girlfriend, loyal, supportive, minimal drama. There's always going to be a little drama. I'm talking about minimal drama. Really into you, supportive, cool with your friends, all that. Then she can deserve things like that. But if she's just a pain in the butt, and these guys give them flowers and gifts anyway, then that's just stupid. The only part in the equation, though, doing nice things doesn't mean someone is nice. That sounds odd and counterintuitive, but there's more to being nice than holding a door open for someone. Yeah, and in today's world, God, for a lot of guys, they hold a door open for a woman and she bites their head off because I can do that. Get some over-the-top effinist, and, well, you know where that goes. Understandably, nice is a vague descriptor. There's a risk there, though. If we're looking for nice, we can point to a myriad of things people do and cherry-pick the nice ones. Every one of these past guys did things that were nice. I convinced myself these things carried more weight than they did, and that they did that people who are generally nice wouldn't do. My problem is green lighting nice with not red lighting not nice. To sift through and find myself a nice man. I've realized I have to work on my boundaries and know what doesn't fly with me. Boundaries. Now here we go. We all can have boundaries, of course. Everybody should set boundaries, man or woman. But you're going to see here some of the boundaries that she's going to have are a bit over the top and ridiculous, in my opinion, of course. And I'm sure many will share that. But also, we're going to get into the make rules for betas, break rules for alphas, right? Before she was breaking the rules for the alphas, but now she's planning dating a nice guy, making rules for betas. What'd I tell you? She says things that are absolutely out. So we got a list here. Number 1, sarcasm. Hard pass. I want to date a man who knows how to use grown-up words to express himself and understands the power that words wield when you use them on someone. I work very hard to end my own self-deprecation. I do not need some man coming and picking up where I left off. Doling out a hearty helping of negging and then claiming innocence and cluelessness by saying he was only joking. I need to be with someone who speaks kindness. Translation, she has no sense of humor and can't take a joke. No guy wants to date that. okay, I'm immediately out because guess what? I'm sarcastic. And I've had women I've turned off with my sarcasm, but mostly I have women that think I'm funny as hell with my sarcasm. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck because that's who I am. So she wouldn't like me very much. Another one, arm's length. This is not my thing. Emotionally unavailability is not nice. Every emotionally unavailable man I dated has known he was not available. He dated people regardless. Not nice. That's how you hurt people. Read me. When we keep people at arm's length, we're basically telling them to stay in their lane. So she's talking about the emotionally unavailable guy. Who are typically the emotionally unavailable guys? The bad boys. And I've told you guys countless times, women hate uncertainty. Okay, absolutely hate it. I've never heard a woman say, I love uncertainty. And yet they are drawn to it. Isn't that interesting? Just like a lot of traits that the bad boys have, they're drawn to it even though they don't like the bad boys. Because I've had women I've known, I've been friends with and dated that admit they hated bad boys, but yet their actions showed they always were attracted to them and drawn to them. And bad boys always provide emotional unavailability, uncertainty, but while the nice guys always provide plenty of certainty, plenty of predictability, all these things that she says she doesn't want, or that she wants. She says, if we're driving down the street and someone wanders into our lane, we have to do something about it. Action needs to be taken. We either move to a lane further away or we have to honk at that person to get them back in the lane and to stay out of ours. Simply, I'm not dating someone who's going to honk at me. No. Next one, lukewarm feelings. The last guy I dated vacated the premises after a sizable fight. There are a lot of other things he said, or things that were said, but one thing stood out as being overwhelmingly harmful. I told him that I just wanted to hang out and spend time with someone I thought was awesome. He looked me right in the face and said, I don't think you're awesome. Oh my God, let me just fall into the crevice of the earth. This is now a standard I hold. I refuse to date anyone who does not think I'm awesome. I'm not interested in people who date people for any other reason than they are awesome. It is the best reason to date someone, maybe the only reason. Everything else is BS. Okay, well, you obviously want to date, for her point of view, she wants to date a guy that's into her. Of course, that's fair. But the whole awesome thing, now when you first start dating someone, you don't know them too well, they can't think you're that awesome. Okay, because they don't know you yet. And the type of guys that do treat her like she's so awesome, what are they doing? They're putting her on a pedestal. And what happens when guys do that? It doesn't end well. So she's looking for nice guys now. This is going to happen. They're going to do what she says. I'm looking for the guy who's going to think I'm awesome. Put her on the pedestal. She's not going to like it because often a lot of gals that date bad boys or guys that treat them like crap, they themselves don't think very highly of themselves. Therefore, they think that's all they deserve. And when they actually get a guy that treats them well, they're actually turned off by that guy's kindness, thinking, what's wrong with him? I'm shit. I kid you not. And it isn't just with women feeling that way towards guys. There are plenty of guys that think they're crap too, and therefore if a woman likes them and is generally nice to them, they think, what's wrong with her because I'm shit. And it can also go with friendships too. But just to have some guy do that, that's, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work out well for the guy. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe she's learned her lesson. I don't know. She says, I'm finally working through my own behaviors because dismissing perfectly good people from your life that are nice is not healthy. We do it for a reason. Mine, I've gone through most of my life thinking there's something inherently wrong with me, and my fellow threes are feeling me right now. The problem with thinking you're horribly broken is that you don't trust other people that wholeheartedly like you. What'd I tell you? If there is something wrong with you and they like you as you are, that means there's something horribly wrong with them. That, dear friends, is a whole other topic for a whole other day. What'd I just say? So perhaps, and I could be wrong here, maybe one of the reasons that why she's dated the guys obviously didn't treat her well her whole life because she didn't think very highly of herself. I mean, she pretty much said that here, you know. And again, a lot of women do that. For whatever reason, they start off young dating guys that treat them like crap, or maybe they were treated like crap in their families. I don't know what. They didn't get a whole lot of love from their family, their dads, whatever. They date the bad boys because the bad boys are exciting, and they obviously don't treat them well. They think they're crap, and then they actually say, that's it, I'm done with the bad boys. And they meet a nice guy who actually just treats her like a human being, and maybe he isn't even a doormat, just treats her like a human being, and she thinks, ugh, what's wrong with that guy? Because I'm shit. He's not treating me like I think I feel I am, so therefore I'm turned off by him, and I'm going to treat him like crap, sabotage the relationship, it ends, and I go back to the guys that treat them the way they think they are worth. See what I mean? So this, again, guys, is why I tell you, for your dating relationship, guys, be very careful if you start dating a new girl and you find and she admits that all the other guys before you were jerks. It's for many reasons. One could be that's what she thinks of herself. She doesn't think very highly of herself, and you starting to treat her like a human being because you see good qualities in her, that eventually she could be scared off, turned off, and turn on you. See what I mean? And right here, she's, well, kind of admitting it. So you got to be careful there. She finishes up saying, I'm leaning into nice. I'm giving it a chance. I'm going to try it on. Wear it around and see how it feels. I spent the last 5 years shoving myself into things that will never ever fit. Like I don't deserve a nice outfit that is comfy. I am not Cher. I do not wear uncomfortable outfits. I'm now a woman seeking the male human version of a nice pair of Lululemon yoga pants. It's fine. Well, I wish her all the best. Maybe this is the turning point where she realizes, you know what, I'm tired of the a-holes and there's some things wrong with me. I'm going to get over my shit, and there's a good guy out there and I can be good to him. He can be good to me, and I'm not going to mess it up because he obviously likes me, and I'll actually say the things I say I want, and I'm not going to say I want them but then be turned off if he does them. I hope so. Really. Unfortunately, these things usually don't work out that way. But she's older, so maybe she's always had enough life experience. But if she was 25 writing this, I would say, there's no way it's going to go right back to what it was. On the other hand, you could say after a lifetime of doing the same thing, being in her 40s, the same cycle is going to repeat. But anyhow, guys, I always find these types of things entertaining about the gals that get sick and tired of the bad boys, the a-holes, the Chad and Tyrones. They go for the nice guys. And I said in the beginning how the cycle goes. So just, for you dating guys, be careful. Be careful of those girls. Hey, I could be wrong. You never know. But oftentimes there's a reason they are dating the bad boys over and over again. It may not end well for you. And if you do end up with one of those gals, hopefully either you say, not happening, or if you do stick with her, you have learned a lot of things from this channel about not putting them on a pedestal, checking them when they're being difficult or challenging or doing something that's not cool, being a bit mysterious, not being so predictable, and maybe you might find a happy medium that can work. Who the hell knows? So, but there you go, guys. That'd be a good one to cover here. All right, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And, guys, let me know. Have you ever dated gals like that who said they had a past with the bad boys and they've been hurt a lot and stuff like that? How'd that go? How'd it go with you dating that girl? Did you end up in a relationship with her? How'd that work out? Did for some of you it did work out, or did some of you did the same exact thing happen, which started treating you the same way that the bad boys treated her, and then didn't work out, and she went back to the bad boys? I'd like to hear about it. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.